I'll start you like this.
This is a rerun of the heat in the Visitors' Challenge Cup between the French crew on the far side. Ivan Beauvais just hitting his face there. And just to wake up, Club d'Aviron Vichy, Cercle d'Aviron de Lyon on the far side, and Oxford Brookes on this near side.
I'm excited.
Yeah, very excited. And Pinson's warning them already, isn't he?
And we should say that, so this is the second race. This is going to be a 4K in the heat of battle down the straight, and we can see
Brooks, look at the steering.
Already.
Look at the steering.
This is significant. Matthew Pinson on his flag. It's almost a bit of deja vu for Senor Pinson. He's got his flag out again. He's warning that Brookes crew. This will be very interesting as we come down the course.
What's that going to have taken out of them, that rudder connection?
So we know, I mean, basic logic is that you want the boat to go in a straight line, A to B as fast as you can. So the more you go side to side, it just adds meters to your race unnecessarily. Now, there absolutely is an element of gamesmanship. You want to just put that other crew under pressure. And we know that these four Brookes guys have experience down the Henley course. They are going to push right up until that barrier.
We're back live now, and Pinson's still on the flag. The Frenchmen have moved over towards Oxford Brookes. And flag goes down. Oxford Brookes on the left of your picture, the Frenchman on the right. They bows did cross that heat first, just about a few centimetres ahead of Oxford Brookes. There was a clash at the finish. If you're just watching these pictures now, this is a re-row of a race that happened earlier of the heat of the Visitors' Challenge Cup. The two crews apparently clashed in neutral water. And Oxford Brookes were up, and look at the steering of Oxford Brookes.
Huge steering, and to me it makes no sense. We don't know what challenges are there. We're not in the boat at the moment, but if I had just had a race re-rowed due to steering, I would say, look lads, let's get ourselves nice and level, let's trust in our boat pace, trust what we're doing, and let's lay down the strokes to get us across the line first. It looks like both crews are being warned once again.
Mike Glover's steering from the 3-seat. I don't know why they got a steerer from the 3-seat. I mean, normally you'd have bow steers or you'd have stroke steers. You've got a better view in the stroke seat, but having Mike Glover steering the 3-seat, I mean, do you think that's the wisest tactics for Oxford Brookes, who have just, I think, edged out to a bit of a lead over the French?
Well, to be fair, he is the most experienced on paper of all those different Henley wins. We don't know who else is in the crew and what the steering capacity of them are. So absolutely, I just trust in the programs of both crews to be giving that steering foot to the oars person that they think is the most proficient at the job. Having said that, we know that the preparation for Henley is multi-lane racing. It's much easier when you've got buoys down either side, whereas here, open water, two sets of booms, all bets are off.
Yeah, and we were talking about the competitive programme of Oxford Brookes, and I just wonder if that competitive programme, that intensity of racing each other, look at the pain etched on the face of Louis Doissard, the French strokeman there. Ivan Beauvais behind him in the 3-seat in the white and red top. Alexis Guaino and Nicolas Gilbert. And they are probably about one length down on the Brookes crew, and that is the competitive training. If Richard Spratley is following this race in the launch, you would think he's got a smile on his face because his boys have shown what it takes to edge out in a re-row. Drama at Henley, the re-row of the Visitors' Challenge Cup. Oxford Brookes leading by just one length. This race is not done yet. The French have not given up by any means. They've still got an overlap cam.
And if I was in the Brookes boat, just a little bit of clear water, why risk it? Let's stay across, stay back over to the booms, make no doubt in the umpire Matthew Pinson's mind. We already know that there's been steering issues. You've got clear water, stay on that side.
Look at the French, they're attacking still. The rate's going high. This is the last throw of the dice, I think, for the French. Doissard in the stroke seat, the 26-year-old, look at him go. Absolutely, look round there. Ivan Beauvais just laying it down in the 3-seat. They are hanging on for dear. Look at the look in the face of Gilbert in the bow seat. He is destroyed.
Oh, I empathise with the bowman, Nicolas Gilbert. When the eyes start to roll, the face goes a bit paler. You know that that person is absolutely on the red line. The lungs will be screaming, the legs will be pushing, and you're just feeling that lactic acid almost rising up the body through from the belly button up to the chest. Just feel as though you're trying to stay alive, stay out of that drowning in lactic acid. Nice composure as we contrast the Brookes crew and strokeman Matt Rowe keeping on that rhythm, sending it down. It looks like Brookes may have this re-row.
Yeah, I like what Matt Rowe wrote in his biography. Big shout out to Max and Gareth, Max Thompson and Gareth Tiffas up in the bows. They've taken some time out of the sport and come back to row in this crew. And it looks like with some success at the moment. I look up and the crews are about 350, 400 metres away.
And Brookes is still being warned. Matthew Pinson has his flag out once again.
They want to come to that stroke side, and they come back to stroke side again. I don't know if that's bow side pulling round, that's starboard side if you're watching in America.
And I can see that Greg Searle...
There's Richard Spratley shaking his head.
Yeah.
The coach, the chief coach from, or not the chief coach, but the guru of Oxford Brookes rowing, is saying, what are they doing with the steering? They're losing ground.
On one hand, we're not in the boat. We don't know what forces they're feeling. We don't know where the boat is moving
He's
to.
warned Brookes again. Could there be an objection at the end of this race? The French are attacking, look, and they're going over to neutral water.
And if I'm in the French boat and I've seen they've moved across, I've heard Matthew Pinson warning, I'm going to push now because I know if I can instigate a clash, that is them disqualified and us through. So it's all things go as we come through to the last 10 strokes of the race.
This is the re-row of the Visitors Challenge Cup. Oxford Brookes University on the left. The bows didn't cross the line first in that heat when they clashed against the French, but they're going to cross the line first now. Oxford Brookes win the re-row. What an epic re-row that was against the men from L'Avignon de Vichy and Cercle de l'Avignon, Lyon, France. And there are going to be 8 very tired men, and Matthew Pinson, some relief, shows the white flag. A little half smile on Pinson's face there for that re-row.
Smile of relief.